I think the starting place is the core value of the NHS, which is compassion. It's the sense of really being present with the other and really seeking to understand their situation and wanting to help. And I believe that compassionate leadership subsumes collective leadership and inclusive leadership. If we're compassionate, we include everybody. We seek to involve everybody, to listen to everybody, to empathize with everybody, to help everybody. And when we lead compassionately, we're concerned to involve everybody, to share leadership, to work across leadership boundaries, to prioritize care overall, not just our areas. And collective, compassionate and inclusive leadership mean being authentic, mean being open, having humility, being optimistic, being appreciative, and thereby supporting those we work with. Collective leadership in action is really about ensuring that everyone feels they have leadership responsibility in our health and care organisations, that they'll step in to do what's right, what they know to be the right thing. It's about shared leadership in teams where everyone again feels they can contribute and shape the work of the team. And it's about interdependent leadership, leaders working together across boundaries, prioritising care overall, not just our own individual areas of responsibility. And it's about a consistent approach to leadership, compassionate, authentic, appreciative, optimistic, honest and open in the way that we deal with those we lead. When you have compassionate, inclusive, collective leadership in teams, then you get great teamwork. Look, teamwork is about bringing together people with diverse knowledge and skills and experience and enabling them to contribute that in service of what we're trying to do in a healthcare team, in a finance team, in an HR team, in an executive team. And when you have leaders who listen, who understand, who empathize, and who help, then that ensures that everyone's able to contribute. Where you have teams that are not facilitated, led by compassionate leaders, but instead by directive leaders, what you see is that people are not able to contribute their knowledge and skills and experience in the same way. So those teams are less creative, less productive. They don't make good decisions. Where you have compassionate leaders, then you create conditions in teams that are cohesive, where there is a sense of support, where there's a sense of community. And in that kind of context, then you see we have the conditions for innovation and really good performance. So having compassionate team leadership is vital for the effectiveness of healthcare teams. The 4 key behaviours of compassionate leadership are attending, understanding, empathizing, and helping. First is we must pay attention to those we lead. Nancy Klein uses a wonderful phrase, listening with fascination. And second, we have to arrive at an understanding of the challenges that those we lead face in their work through a dialogue, not through imposing an understanding. And third, it's about empathizing with those we lead, caring for them. And given the stresses that people experience working in health services, that's key. And what empathizing does also is gives us the motivation for the 4th element, which is helping or serving those we lead to enable them to do the jobs we and they want to do, which is delivering high quality, compassionate care. And I think of those 4, the most important skill of a leader is listening with fascination. And the most important task is helping those we lead to do the jobs that we and they want to do. The most important thing for leaders who want to lead compassionately is to recognize that the starting point is self-compassion. In order to have the resilience and the capacity to lead compassionately, leaders, first of all, have to pay attention to themselves, to understand the challenges that they face in their work and in their lives more generally, to empathize with themselves, to care for themselves, and then to take intelligent action to help themselves in order that they can be their best selves, the best leaders that they can be, and stay close to the core values that give their lives and their leadership meaning, like compassion and wisdom and humanity. I've had the privilege over the last 18 months of co-chairing an inquiry on behalf of the General Medical Council into the mental health and well-being of doctors across the UK. We've structured our inquiry around the three core human needs that people have at work: the need for autonomy and control, the need for a sense of belonging, and the need for a sense of competence, being effective in the workplace. What we've seen is the huge importance of enabling doctors to have voice and influence in their organisations in the context of working in a fair and just culture that's more focused on learning than on blame. We've also learned of the huge importance of people feeling that they're part of teams where they're able to care and be cared for, and part of organisations where they feel valued and respected and supported. And that's about culture and compassionate leadership. And it's also really important that we address what I think is the biggest elephant in the room in our health and care services, which is chronic excessive workload, which is damaging patient satisfaction, damaging our staff, damaging levels of engagement and innovation. And so those core messages have revealed to us the areas where we most need to take action in transforming the cultures and processes in our health and care organisations.